Jazz. Alright, so boom. The big coming Carlos said he had a late pregame and I could pull up on him. Tryna roll. For real? Bet. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Hey. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Catch a vibe, come and meet the team. Come and kick it with your fave 3. Chop it with us, come and join the stream. Trust me, y'all, it's must see. It's a culture party if you partaking. Hottest podcast, it ain't no debating. It's ringing off cause it's so engaging. Let's keep it tall. You won't find this on no other page. This kind of talk, this kind of cloth right here is tailor-made. What up, Lo? Tryna have fun, we the plug then. It's for the people so the culture win. Need an outlet, then tap in. Come tap in. We keep it fresh with the content. Yeah. We even got Bash Stop from Carolina Blitz. And Shop from P&P, they're a perfect fit. Cause what's the point of a pregame if it ain't lit? It's lit.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the pregame. We lit, we live, and while y'all at it, like, comment, and subscribe. My guy, Shad. What's good with you, my boy?
What's good, bro? Man, chilling. Life is good, no complaints, so I'm here. We good.
Love it, bro. Love it, man. Look, as you can see, I'm not in the usual spot where the pregame sign behind us and all that, but I'm actually in Asheville for a retreat, like a retreat, little vacay. So I'm in a cabin right now, man. So life is good, no complaints here. Shad, I feel like I ain't seen you in a while, man. I know you were out last week. You were in the Ville. How was Thanksgiving, bro? How did everything go for you?
Yeah, I was in a 2-6, and it's crazy because you say you in a different spot, but this is the first time I've been in my spot in a long time to do this pod, so I feel a little out of place. But it was good, man. Shout out to the 2-6, Fayetteville, Fayette 9, whatever you want to call it. That's home for me. I always go home every Thanksgiving, so it's, I typically only get there once a year, and that is Thanksgiving. So I got to see my grandma and a bunch of family members, my cousin. Always good times when we link up. So man, it's good vibes. My pops is like my brother now, so it's different. It's a different vibe as you get older. So it's cool, man. Good times.
Love it, bro. Love it, man. It's dope when you can go back home, man, and see some of the spots that you grew up around, or like you was telling me offline, you went some spots you haven't been in years. You know what I'm saying? And able to pull up on those is pretty dope, bro. So I'm glad that you all did it. I got a little sappy last week, and I was grateful. I was saying, things I was grateful for. And I was talking about you and Vashti and how grateful I am for you all to join me on this journey, man. We're coming up on a year. It will be January, which is crazy. We're close to 300 subscribers, man. So things are looking up, man. It's a slow grind, but it's a fun one. So I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, man. Time flies when you're having fun. Trust me. I know the slow grind, bro. You just got to keep hanging in there. Eventually, all it takes is that one moment it'll pop. But real quick, before we get cracking, I gotta, I ain't text you yesterday. I was going to, but salute to the ice cold homies. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Salute to y'all. Happy Founders Day. Only to the cool ones I know, though. Not everybody. Only to the cool alphas. But salute to I don't have no problems with alphas. Y'all are really, really cool. So
we try to keep it chill. Appreciate you, man.
Chill. I see what you did there. I see what y'all do be chill. I see what you did there. Y'all be cool.
Bro, appreciate you, man. 118. Also, man, shout out to the Utah chapter, my chapter at UNC Charlotte, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Happy Founders Day. It was fun, man. I know I'm getting old because I didn't really do too much, man. I literally just, it was a happy Founders Day, and I went to work and I went home, bro. And that was that. Text a few people, and that was that, bro. So it really wasn't too much, bro. But cool, man. So I gotta ask. It's been a while, but every week, for those who are new, we always ask everybody in the audience and all of that, what you pulling up with. When we say what you pulling up with, if you remember what it was like when you were in school, or whenever you go into a pregame, you never came empty-handed, right? And so when we ask what you pulling up with, it doesn't mean something tangible. It just means how your week was, what you pulling up, what kind of energy you pulling up with. So, Shad, what you pulling up with this week?
Man, bro, I don't even know, bro. I don't even got nothing to really. I mean, I'm here, like I'm like Vash type, but it's all positive. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
energy, good vibes. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to be upset about. You know what I mean? It's a good week. Week went by fast because I mean, we coming off the holiday week and got right to it as far as work. Man, it's having fun, man. Life is good. I have no complaints, so I'm here. I'm pulling up with gratitude.
Hey, I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. I'm pulling up with vacay vibes. It's been
Oh,
a
hey,
while.
turn up.
It's been a long year. It's been a long few months. Work has been extremely busy, but yeah, I'm here with some good friends who are family, and so it's just good to just relax and not think about anything. Kid free. So shout out to my parents for watching
Salute,
the kiddos.
salute.
So it's a
That's
kid
dope.
free weekend, so it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be real chill. So I can't complain, bro. So let me know what y'all pulling up with. I see somebody say they pulling up ready for Friday. I gotta fix something. It's coming in like real transparent. So I gotta fix that. But I see you pulling up ready for Friday. I'm not sure what Friday is. Maybe it's just because it's the last day of the week, or maybe you got a date. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? If you do got a date, just make sure if he pulling up, make sure he playing D. If you shooting your shot, make sure you
Get
get
back
back
on
on
D,
D.
bro.
You make sure you get
Get
back
back
on
on
D. That's all.
defense.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Cool, man. So look, we got a lot of people in here watching. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to this channel. Put the bell notification on, like this, so people know about the pregame and they can pull up on us at any point in time. I know a lot of people are asking, where's Vashti, right? Vashti may not be with us today. She had to take care of some family matters. But if she does pull up, we'll be ready and we'll bring her in and hear all the nonsense that she's going to talk about, because we do got some questions for her. You feel me? All right, man. So it's a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the Andrew Luck stuff that has happened recently and how that can potentially change the landscape of college football. We're going to talk, of course, some football. So college sports rivalry weekend was last week. It's a lot of squabbles. So we're going to get into that a little bit. And then we'll talk about the Jerry Jeudy coming out party. You know what I'm saying? He went crazy, and Smitty said some words last year about him, and he apologized. We're going to get into that. We'll get into Deontay Johnson as well, and then we may end off with some music stuff. So if you don't know Kendrick and since they dropped a stadium tour, so we're going to talk about that. And then last, when it starts to get cold, when it starts to get cold outside, I get into like this R&B vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's really more so of like, it's cold outside, it's cuddle weather. You know what I'm saying? You put the fireplace on. You wanna get in your R&B bag. And so I got some scenarios for you and me and for the audience, and I want y'all to tell me either what song, what artist, or what album fits that scenario for you. So we're not doing a starting lineup. That's gonna be our starting lineup tonight. But it's gonna be a fun filled podcast. So make sure y'all rock with us. Is that cool with you, bro?
Cool with me. Let's rock.
All right, let's get into it. Wrong one. Boom. There we go. All right. So first one, Andrew Luck, man. So Andrew Luck, he retired very, very early when he was with the Indianapolis Colts. He had a lot of concussions. He got away from football. He definitely retired too soon. He retired in his peak. He went to Stanford. And out of nowhere, recently, last weekend, they announced that he is the newly appointed first ever type of GM for a college team. That means that he is over all football operations. He will work in conjunction with the head coach and basically work with him to kind of figure out what to do with player personnel. This is the first time that for me at least, I could be wrong, but just from articles, it seems like this is the first of its kind, but maybe something that a lot of teams will look at moving forward. What do you think about this? Do you think that this is smart for the college team, for the college atmosphere to kind of start to mimic what they see in the NFL with a GM kind of being in between the athletic director and the coach? Or do you think this is just kind of like a one-off thing that we'll see what happens from there?
I don't know. It's interesting. It's like you said. It's the first time I've seen this, and I did see the news of him getting that job, and it is interesting because you look at the college landscape. It is a business now. So I question whether do you hire a real person with general manager skill sets, or are you bringing in a guy like Andrew Luck who has the cachet, right? The NFL, the
Mm-hmm.
experience, he can talk about it. It's an interesting approach. So I understand where they're going with this. I see it. Will it
Yeah.
work out long term? I don't know. We have to wait and see. But it is very interesting. It is very interesting. General manager is something you absolutely need at the college level at this point with these daggone NIL deals. That whole
Yes.
landscape is changing. The transfer portal, all this stuff, man. It's impossible for a head coach to manage all of that. It's impossible, bro. So I see it. I see it.
I do too, bro. Like, I think that if it wasn't for the NIL, I think that it would have been like, why are you looking to do this? What, it doesn't really make sense to me. But now the college game is starting to become like a mini NFL with them getting paid, them going to the transfer portal. And what I think about transfer portal is kind of like an NFL player requesting a trade. You know, without them like, you know, of course, if you're NFL, you're requesting a trade. The GM is in control of that. Transfer portal is like that GM doesn't have any control, but I wonder if it's going to be something like what else can happen from this GM situation. Is it going to be more so of potentially trading college players? Like, what does that look like? Who knows, right? But with this happening, I think it's interesting. Plus, Andrew Luck being a face of Stanford, the face of that particular college, who knows what kind of recruits that this will bring for Stanford moving forward as well.
Yeah, I just think, like you said, just talking about the GM role, I think it, and you compare it to the NFL, bro, I think it's far harder to do this in college than it is. At least you have contracts that bind people to at least a certain amount of time to a certain extent, right? People can request trades, get out of their deals, etc. But bro, you can sign somebody to an NIL deal, and like them dudes want to transfer, hit the transfer portal. There's really nothing you could do about it. So
Facts.
like it's far more difficult to manage that situation in college than it is in NFL. So it makes sense. I'm intrigued. I'd like to see how this works out.
I'm intrigued too. I think I'm intrigued for two different reasons. One, I want to see how this works out, right? I want to see if this is going to work, if this is something that a lot of other college teams will start to mimic. But two, Andrew Luck has no experience with being any type of GM or running anything, right? This man was a recluse for quite some time. You only saw him for a little bit. And when you did see him, he looked like he was in the mountains with me, looking like a mountaineer. You know what I'm saying? So for him to kind of come out of nowhere and say, you know what, I'm going to be a GM. I'm going to test this out. I'm going back to the college that I love, the college that made me who I am, or the college I put on the map, let's be honest, and then say I'm going to be the general manager. It's going to be interesting. So we shall see. Somebody asked here. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. Hold on one second. If I can pull up there we go. It says, is Andrew Luck's dad still on the college football playoff committee? This is from Carolina Boy. I'm not sure.
Good question.
I don't know. I don't know that. If he is, very interesting. I don't know if there's any rules or regulations around that. So Carolina Boy, if you look that up and find out, definitely hit us back up on that because that's a good question.
Yeah, so here's my thought too. This is conspiracy theory shy coming out.
Uh-oh.
I mean, could the money be drying up and then them just saying, "Hey, man, we need to create a role for you"? Like, no, I'm just being honest. Like, think how long ago did he retire? Right? Like, that's a while back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
could it be like, "Hey, man, I wouldn't necessarily dry. I wouldn't say drying up. That's a bit
I know
harsh.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
But could it be that they're like, all right, you know, you ain't doing nothing else. Like, come on the staff, mutually beneficial. Like, you can help us, we'll help you. Scratch my back, I scratch yours, type thing, and you can get a check out of it. I don't know.
Here comes so I see your conspiracy theory, and I'm gonna double down on that conspiracy theory. And this is what I'm gonna say. Is it because this is about to be outlandish, bro? Is it because you see a Deion Sanders in Colorado cooking? He's a former player. No, he's not a GM, but he treats his role like a GM. His recruiting tactics is out this world. Like, he has shirts that say, "We coming." You know, I'm not hard to find. I ain't hard to find. All these different things. And so you say, you know what, Stanford, we have someone who made a little noise, not Deion noise in the NFL, but made some noise. So let's get him to see if we can start to recruit really good quarterbacks or really good players who want to learn from this guy. Do you think is that, or is that kind of a shot in the dark?
Nah, maybe I don't know. I think you got to find something that's relatable to the guys, right? And that's what makes Dion so great is that he's relatable. Even though some of those people may have never seen him play, he's
Yeah,
relatable. People know who Dion Sanders. People know about prime time. They know about him, and so that's what attracts people to come to Colorado. Could it?
yeah,
I don't think Andrew Luck is going to bring that type of cachet
no,
or that
definitely
type of.
not.
But
Yeah,
it could certainly help. It doesn't hurt to bring Andrew
yeah.
Luck in. He has the NFL experience. So I don't know.
Can we pause for a minute? This is off schedule. This is not even
Uh-oh.
on the agenda. But you brought up Dion and talking about his cachet. Did you
No,
see
you
him?
brought up Dion.
Oh yeah, I did. But did you see him walk out his sons during the senior? Did you see that video?
I did. I
Okay,
did.
so it was a video that went viral because he walked out his sons and he walked out Jimmy Horn, who Jimmy Horn's father is in prison. It was amazing. It was a very, very heartfelt moment. But then you, of course, the internet's going to internet and find something funny out of it. So what happened was he brought out Shiloh and Shador. He's walking them. His ex-wife is at the end, like at the 50-yard line, and right when he gets up there, he just like literally hits a 3 and out, boom, 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 like nice, like Deontay Johnson, like skirt, skirt,
Mm,
route god, and moved out the way. And everybody was like, did he not want to talk to her, or was that planned?
I
What are your
didn't see
thoughts?
that. I didn't even see that, but I don't know,
Okay,
bro. I don't know their relationship, bro.
I don't know
I didn't
either.
peep that.
I saw it too, but he definitely cut a like Deontay Johnson route god. Like, speaking of, look, man, I might be the king of transitions, but speaking of Deontay,
Wow.
can we talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
So I remember, and this is why I wish Vashti was on here right now, but I remember we had Vashti on. We were talking about Deontay and everything, and she said that she felt like he wasn't a locker room disruption. He wasn't a locker room cancer, that everything seemed copacetic for him. That was earlier. Then when I was somewhere, remember we did the pod when you were in the car, I was somewhere else, and
Hmm.
word on the street was that Deontay and a few other people went to Canales and was like, "Hey, Bryce ain't working out." And then Bryce gets benched, and then all this stuff happens. So, context: Deontay asked to be traded. We traded him. Everybody was all up in arms about what we got back for him. He gets to Baltimore, and he only has one catch in four to five games. And then he gets suspended. And the reason he gets suspended is because Coach Harbaugh turns around and says, "Hey, Deontay, you're in." And he said, "No, I'm not. I don't know what you got going on. What you think this is? Somebody got hurt. Somebody you want me to go in because somebody got hurt? No, you good." And that's that. What are your thoughts on how all this happened? Like, and my question for you, bro, is like, has anybody messed up their bag this bad? And we've seen it with like Dennis Schroeder and NBA not taking no deals and everything, but seeing someone who's in a contract year, who was the number one target, you were getting force-fed targets, to then leave, to now that team is doing better since you left, to now getting on a team where you are not even on the field. Have we seen something like this before, bro?
Nah, I don't recall any situation like this, man. Deontay, you know what? It's interesting and it's kind of weird because I mean we follow the team, like we see the ins and outs of the team. You would know if a guy's a locker room cancer. Like you would know if things will leak. You would hear certain things, right? And it never, and because I always got on the pod and I defended. I'm like, hey, what are they
Mm-hmm.
talking about? This locker room
Mm-hmm.
cancer? I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
He's
But the
smiling
truth
in
is that we don't.
interviews.
Yeah, yeah. The truth is that we don't know. At the end of the day, we're not in the locker room. We don't know, right? Even the credential media folks, they don't. They know more than we do, obviously, but they don't really know the ins and outs of relationships with the players, right? And
Yeah.
so it is very interesting. And these things could be completely unrelated, but they could also be related.
Conspiracy
That
theory shot.
It may be, but it could. How is it that this guy leaves, right? Bryce gets benched, probably due in part to your, hey, this guy's messing up my back. I don't want to play with him. So he gets benched. You get traded. He comes back in, and now he's balling out of control, right?
Mm.
Things aren't being force fed to anybody. Like the offense looks smoother. So all that to say that while he may not have been a locker room cancer per se, he was damn sure some sort of infection or something, because it was something messed up, right? It was something that was messed up, right? It was something that was messed up because he's gone and
Yeah.
things are starting to turn around. So very interesting. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. And let me say this though. I will say this. I'm happy that the Panthers kind of were able to deal with this situation the way that they did. Like nothing. Like we look clean coming out of it. We never had to suspend them. We never had to do any of that stuff that the Ravens are doing. Like we came out clean with a pick. So it looks like all the people that complain about the pick, the 6, bro, we should be, bro, we happy that we got that because we could have got nothing. So again, great job, Panthers. Y'all handled it well with Deontay. We brought him here, thought it was something, didn't work out. You got rid of him. You got a pick back. Cool. I'm with it.
I love it, man. Like I think it's tough, right? Like I think I saw somebody tweet. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Panthers culture. JJ, shout out to him. I know we're gonna bring him on the show soon. But he was talking. He said, "Do you like?" Somebody asked, like, "Was Deontay?" I forgot how they put it, but basically they were saying that Bryce was spooked from Deontay. Like Deontay was making shaking up Bryce a little bit to make him play that way he was playing. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's a good theory, but ever since he's gone, like the whole team is just different, and people still like rock with him. But at the end of the day, like it seems a lot different. And for somebody to be in a contract year, and they never thought or put in question your ability to play the game of football. That was never in question. But what was always in question was your character. And I always say character outweighs talent when it comes to NFL. You can have the best talent in the world. We've seen with Antonio Brown. You can have the best talent in the world, but if you do not have the character to fit in a locker room, coaches are not going to want to deal with you because you will then be cancerous to the team and to the culture that they're trying to create. And I think that is what we're seeing. I hope not, but it seems as though that is what we're seeing right now, especially in a contract year. That is tough. That's tough, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, and good luck to him because he's definitely messing his bag up. If the Ravens, the Ravens have the best team culture ever, right? And if they can't get it right, you're not going to another team that's going to handle you, and they're not going to take on that risk anymore. The Panthers,
and coaches talk.
Listen, yeah, they talk. Listen, the Panthers we don't have the best situation, right? But if we didn't take you and we got rid of you, and then you went to the team with the best culture, bro, there's nowhere else you can go. Everything you went to both the most extremes.
Yes, because
right?
and we're not even talking about the Steelers with a good culture.
That too, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. I forgot about it. We didn't talk about the Steelers, right? And so, bro, like it's I don't know where he can go. I don't know where he's gonna go. I think he might have just screwed himself like his entire career. To be honest with you, he might end up in the XFL, bro.
Ooh, I feel like he's too talented. Somebody's gonna take a chance on him. Somebody who's desperate is gonna take a chance on him.
Okay,
but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be.
What happened? We was the most desperate team out there, and we took a shot on him, and then look where it landed him. It don't get no more desperate than the Carolina Panthers were, right? We were, bro. He was our wide receiver 1. There is no other team that's gonna prop him at wide receiver 1. We were the most desperate team there was.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I stand corrected. You're absolutely right. There's no he is a great wide receiver 2, but wide receiver 1, this is the only spot. This is the only spot. Speaking of people who've gotten traded, let's get into it.
Oh, another nice segue there, man.
Yeah, you set that one up, though. You set that one up.
2 for 2.
We locked in, bro. So Jerry Jeudy, last year, if y'all don't remember, bro, last year, Steve Smith and Jerry Jeudy got into it. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think Steve Smith said something on his podcast around Jerry Jeudy just being a jag, right? Just the guy, right? And Jerry Judy wasn't happy with that. He ended up like they were at. This is when he was working at NFL Network. He saw him at a game, pregame, tried to dap him up. He was like, "Yo, I ain't effing with you." This, that, and the third. And he got back on there. Steve, if you know Steve, both of these people are hotheads, right? So you disrespect Steve, he gonna let you know. And so he let him know on live. All that to be said, we fast forward to last week. Jerry Jeudy goes off on Denver Broncos. He got traded from the Denver Broncos to the Cleveland Browns, and he went for like 9 receptions, 235 yards, and a touchdown. Went absolutely bananas. He broke a record for the most yards that a traded player got on their former team. 235 yards, and basically he went to Sean Payton after. I don't know if you saw that, Shaw, but he went to Sean Payton after the game, was like, "I told you I was like that." And then like Sean Payton like tapped him on his chest and just walked away. Either way, Steve Smith comes back and says, "I need to apologize because you balled out. This, that, and the third." You know what I'm saying? Like you aren't just a guy, you balled out. My question to you, Shad, is this. Do you think that this was a one-off game? Granted, he's had some 100-yard games this year, but doing what he did this time, and for Steve Smith to come out and say, like, "Look, I apologize, this and the third," do you think that this was a one-off game? And do you think that Smitty really blocked the Panthers trade? Because the Panthers were looking at Jerry Jeudy. Then out of nowhere, we weren't looking at Jerry Jeudy. Do you think that he blocked it, or you think it might have been some other things? What are your thoughts, my boy?
You looking for tea, or you looking for the streets? What you trying to get out?
Oh no, I'm asking you. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking you.
Right.
I didn't ask you about the tea in the streets. It's your, if you want to throw that in there, that's it.
I don't have it. Y'all know Smitty's my boy, but I don't have any. I don't have any tea in regards to Jerry Jeudy. But I will say this: Jerry Jeudy's having a great year. Right? He's got 880 yards. He's had, like you said, he's got the 235-yard game, but he also had a 142-yard game, I believe, against New Orleans.
Yep.
And so he's playing very well, almost at 1,000 yards. That's a hell of a comeback. So I think that, Smitty's criticism was very harsh, but sometimes, maybe he kind of used that as motivation, right? Like maybe he internalized that, was like, "Yo, I got to prove all these people wrong. They calling me trash, and now I'm out here cooking." And he's doing just that. And so kudos to him. In regards to Smitty, I know, and this is off of conversations I had with Smitty, is that he is trying to evaluate how he talks about players, right?
Nice way to put it.
Over the course of his potting career, he was very harsh coming out, right? And now he's starting to peel it back. He's starting to be a little bit more constructive with his criticism and not be so demonstrative, right? Because that's what he was. He was like tearing guys apart. And rightfully so. He has every right. You're talking about a future NFL Hall of Famer who's played the position. He knows wide receivers like the back of his hand. So he can identify talent and also identify trash. And so, listen, Smitty was being Smitty. And kudos to Smitty for apologizing, right? Because I think that's being a bigger man. That's being
he didn't have to.
Listen, he didn't have to. Absolutely. He could have just ignored it and never talked about it again, right? And it still would have been fine. So kudos to Smitty. I know personally that he is trying to do better with that. You know what I mean? So kudos to him for doing that. And salute to Jerry Jeudy, man. It's a hell of a way to I love it when guys can get back at their naysayers. Like I loved it. I love that underdog mentality. I love guys being able to go out there and say, "Hey, but I told you, bro. Like I told you I told you I can cook. Listen, we don't got to talk. Like it's no need for us to go back and forth. Let me show you." And that's what Jeudy did, and that got the result for Smitty apologizing. So kudos to him, man. Kudos. And
I agree.
To answer your question, my bad. To answer your question about the trade.
Oh yeah.
To the Panthers. So do I think Smitty blocked the trade? I would say no. I wouldn't say that he right out said, "All right, hey y'all, don't trade for Jerry Jeudy." But I will say that Smitty does have a connection to the team, right? And he's gonna give his opinion. If they ask, he's gonna tell, right? So if he went out there and said, "Hey, look, man, this is my opinion on him," hell, we all know his opinion on him. So I think innately they was like, "All right, we can't really mess with him like that." So
Yeah.
I think it may have happened not directly, but indirectly because Smitty don't want him. We don't want him.
I mean, yeah, you may have something there. I won't even lie to you. You might have something there. I think at the end of the day, the contract that he did get, I don't know if the Panthers would have paid that. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'll have to look it up. But he was in a contract year, and so the Browns traded for him and they signed him. So that is a good bit. Granted, I see a lot of people in the chat saying that this was a one-off. I'm leaning to agree that this was a one-off. I don't think he'll ever have any like a 200. Maybe he will. I don't know. But with Jameis Winston, who knows what will happen? That was definitely an insane game. But shout out to Smitty for being a bigger man and just kind of come out and saying like, "Hey, you balled out, bro," because he did. Like whether that's going to be a one-off game or not, you can't take away that game from him. He balled out, 235 yards against your former team. Like, hey, look, but that's a beautiful revenge. Now, the only thing that I wish he wouldn't have done was go to Sean Payton and say, "I told you I'm like that." But I don't like Sean Payton, so go ahead and do your thing, bro. I would go ahead and say what you got to say. So that's how I feel about that.
Just looking at his contract real quick. It's the way it's beautifully structured, by the way, as a pseudo, like contracts guy. Like I love the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well structured, so the cap hits aren't very high. It's backloaded with voided years, and a lot of that bonus money is in the voided years. So it's a 3-year, $52 million deal, but he ain't gonna. Obviously, he got it through the contract, but his cap hits are very, very low. Like you're talking about $4 million this year, $7 million 2025, $9 million 2026, and $13 million in 2027. But it's a lot of backloaded voided years. So he got the deal, but it's just very well done.
Yeah, and he's got to play for more money, basically.
Yeah,
you got to play for more money. Okay. All right, let's skip some football real quick and let's get into some music real quick. Did you get a chance? Have you had a chance to listen to GNX, the album yet? Have you had a chance to listen to it?
I have not listened to the entire album. Obviously, there's a couple bangers on that joint that I've heard through, TikTok and all that other stuff. There's some bangers on there, but I have not listened to the entire album. No, I have not. I'm not a Kendrick stan.
I know
so
you're a Cole fan.
On listen, I didn't just run to it. I was like, I gotta listen to Kendrick Lamar. No, I didn't. But I did hear some of the joints.
Well, I was that guy. I love music in general. So I'm like, whenever it's like a particular artist, like I'm going to when it drops. If I'm free, I'm listening to the album, bro. I'm listening to it, and I have to listen to it at least 2 to 3 times before I give my review on it. Right. So either way, great album. Do I think it's his best? No, I think it's really, 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 really good. So I did like a whole album review last week with one of my LBs just for fun live. So that was cool. But he's doing a stadium tour with SZA starting next year. He's coming to Charlotte. He's coming to Bank of America. Shout out to Tep. Bringing music.
Salute to Tep. He brought Kendrick to Charlotte, bro. He brought Kendrick to Charlotte. I mean,
he brought Beyonce.
How can you hate?
He brought Beyonce. He bringing Kendrick. Like, what do you like? Put some respect on Tep's name, man.
He brought hip hop to Charlotte. What are we talking about, bro?
He said, "Look, I ain't taking a step back. I'm taking a step forward." Okay.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay.
He said, "I'm taking a
progressive step forward."
A progressive step forward. Okay. That's what he's doing. Speaking of steps forward, though. It's not even on the agenda, but Christy Coleman. Did y'all talk about that on PNP?
We didn't, bro. I honestly didn't. Vashon probably would have killed me, but I didn't feel the need to talk about that. Like I think it's cool. Like
I thought it was cool,
like,
man.
Cool, man. It's cool little gesture, but like it's not gonna impact the team. Like salute. She
did my man call it a gesture?
Gesture. Yeah, that's
he called it a gesture.
Oh. It's dope. Salute to her. I'm sure she earned it, right?
Yes.
But it's not impacting the day-to-day operations for the Carolina Panthers. So
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Okay, back to music. So he's doing a stadium tour. Pre-sale went out. The pre-sale tickets were ridiculous. I want to go, but then pre-sale tickets look like I'm a watch from Instagram Live when somebody go live, but that's another conversation. But what I want to talk about is him. Not only did he have Toronto on the stadium tour, but before we went live, shot, I was scrolling through social media and he put an extra date. He's doing 2 days in Toronto now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's hot off the press. That's how he did. He
Wow.
got another show in California. He's doing 2 extra shows, one extra show in California, and now another extra show in Toronto.
Yeah, that
What
pre-sale data, they consumed that data and was like, "Hey, we gotta get us another date. These tickets going crazy." So salute.
what what say you about this stadium tour? Him going with SZA, and then I got another question for you afterwards. What say you?
Uh, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the stadium tour. First of all, let's be clear. Everybody can't do this. It's levels. It's levels to this conversation as far as stadium tours. So
Hmm.
salute. I didn't even think Kendrick could do it. He we got Sister to come, so that does add. And I'm gonna be completely transparent. This is not no diss, no hate. I'm going right to the concert, but I'm going because my daughter loves SZA.
Okay,
That's why I'm going. So again, it was smart for him to bring SZA along because she wise that audience. You
she
got to do it
does.
to fill up a stadium. You know what I mean? So salute to him being smart. My daughter loves SZA, so I'm definitely going. I want to see Kendrick. I mean, I think he's a legend. Absolutely, he's built, bro. His K coming off of this Super Bowl that he's about to do. He's taking the Usher route. Like Usher went on tour right after that too. And I'm going. I'm falling right into all the traps. I went to Usher concert. I'm
Hey,
falling
Usher
right into
concert.
the trap. They playing me like a fiddle. Now I'm going everything. So it's working. So salute to them. But yeah, man, it's dope for Kendrick, man. I'm supporting it. I'm supporting it.
Yeah,
Did I
I
answer
love
the
it, man.
question? I
You
feel
did.
like I
You did.
danced.
Yeah, you
My
did. No,
bad.
you answered it. Yeah. So I think one shout out to SZA. I mean, I appreciate not only him using SZA, but he also used somebody that he basically came up with, right? Because she was on TDE when
Fire.
he was on TDE. Like that's really really dope. I love SZA as well, and so I think it's really cool to have him bring her on. It brings a different audience, but it kind of brings the same audience in the same way because they do have
Yeah.
a lot of music together. I think they make great music together. I would love to see them do like a collab album because the vibe and the chemistry that they have on a song is really really good. They have 2 songs on GNX together. They have the song that was Black Panther, All the Stars. He has some
Hmm.
songs with her. Like it's just I like their chemistry on a song. Either way, I think it's really dope to bring on another big time artist to help fill out the stadium because everybody can't do a stadium tour, bro.
Nah.
Everybody can't do a stadium tour. So the fact that they are doing this, I think that's really dope. Now, to do here's my second question, and this is for everybody. Somebody called you OVO, bro.
Nah, man. I
Deontay,
listen.
Deontay.
I'm not OVO either, bro. I'm not an OVO guy. I'm a cold guy, bro. I'm 2'6".
Yeah, no, he
I'm a
definitely 2'6".
Dreamville
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, you're definitely a Dreamville guy. I can attest to that. But here's my question. So I talked about this last week on the pod about the whole lawsuit that Drake got going on.
It's
It's
crazy.
two lawsuits, right? 2 lawsuits. One is to UMG. The other one is still kind of UMG, but it's really more so for defamation of Not Like Us. Here's my question. This is a question I thought through. Is he doing this so that it's not played on the Super Bowl? That nationwide, worldwide, everybody will listen to the Super Bowl, can't hear Not Like Us, and Not Like Us can't be played at these concerts? Or is this
Bro,
just a bad look?
it's too late, bro. Like it's not
It
like us.
yeah.
It's still ringing off, bro. It don't matter if he do it at the Super Bowl or not. It's a wrap, bro. Like not like us cannot be stopped. It can't be. I would look. This song came out how long ago? And if it came on right now, we all gonna be bopping to that joint. Like it's over.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
done. Like it's nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it. Like and listen, I've heard the conspiracy theories and the reasonings as to why he's doing it. He's trying to get a slice. He's trying to get a piece of UMG. I've heard all that stuff. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not smart enough to be in those rooms. I don't know. That's a whole nother level of money that I'm not exposed to. I'm not going to sit up here and call him an idiot or it's a bad move because we don't know. We don't know what his play is. If his play is to truly get a piece of UMG, hell, you would do it. I would do it. We all would do it.
Right. I mean,
Right. So
if that's what it's, I mean,
we don't know.
okay, so
I don't know.
I ain't gonna keep it a bean. I probably, and this is probably me looking. Hindsight is always 2020. I don't know if I would have done it in this fashion after I lost a big beef like this. Like it just it just doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that from a culture perspective, like there's a different, and I named that segment commercial versus culture, right? And so I feel like Kendrick, the Coles, like those type of people are like culture based artists. Mm-hmm. Drake, as much as I love Drake, is not a culture based artist. He's commercial. He is commercial.
Yeah.
So for him to lose this,
this is in line with him though. Like when has he tried to be like the culture guy? Like
so I think when you try to be the culture guy is when you get into these beefs. Beefs are not commercial. Like
no. But what I'm saying is this move to sue is in line with his commercial status.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean, so he's not.
Yes.
He's not. He could care less about the cult, bro. I think that's the last thing that's on his. And again. And it's more ammo. It plays right into daggone Kendrick. Like, Kendrick is like, I told you. Like, right. You play right into the hand, but I don't think Drake cares. Honestly, I don't think he cares.
I don't think either. I think he's big. I think he feels as though he's bigger than this particular situation. So I don't think he cares or sees the culture things that are happening, like this vibe, this atmosphere, this look that he has right now. I don't think he sees it. I don't think he cares. But from a culture perspective, I think it definitely hits different, man. So you lose.
I agree. I agree. It's weird for sure, but I'm not gonna judge because I don't know the play. Like, because we could all sit back a year, 2 years from now if things go his way. And be like, man, that was a genius move. Mm-hmm. But in the moment, it's like, yo, this is whack. This is
stupid, right?
Yeah, let's let it play out.
Let's keep it a buck. We said the same thing about Cole.
Same thing.
We said the same thing about Cole.
Y'all said it. Y'all said it. I didn't.
No, wait. You agreed that he should not have like taken off the song, backed out. You were kind of disappointed that he backed out of the beef.
I thought, for the record, I thought everything that Cole did was perfect.
Come on,
for the record,
stop it.
For the record,
stop it.
I just want to put this out. The way he handled that was beautiful. It was great.
You didn't start that.
That out there.
I gotta go pull receipts.
Hey, I don't recall.
Hey, he said, "Look, I don't remember. I don't
recall.
Minute. He got a minute back flash. I don't remember. I don't
recall.
That is you are a trip. Speaking, let's get into this, and then we get into some R&B stuff real quick. Rivalry weekend. This is probably one of the best rivalry weekends I have seen in quite some time. One, because Ohio State, who was number 2, lost to a team they shouldn't have with Michigan. But then it was a lot of fights in this one, bro. Like everybody was squabbling. Everybody was planting a flag on the opponent's team. Like what? My question is, do you think that these tussles, these squabbles are good for college football or football in general? Or do you think it was just good for business? And what I mean for business, I mean like media, people talking about it afterwards, because it seemed as though, like, of course, the coaches are going to be upset. All the organization going to be upset because people are either going to get fined, people may get suspended for bowl games, all these different things. But everybody was so tuned in to these games because we saw one squabble. What else is going to happen? It was like, it seemed as though every single rivalry game had some type of squabble, either pregame or postgame. What are your thoughts on that?
Bro, this is what it's all about, bro. Like,
Thank
this
you.
This is what makes college football so great. And this is what these rivalries are built from years of hatred, blood, sweat, and tears, bro. If you ain't playing with that passion, bro, then we don't want to watch it, bro. I love these squabbles. As long as nobody's getting hurt or seriously injured, we don't want that to happen. But if you just, hey, bro, meet me in the middle of the 50. Let's, push and shove a little bit. You try to plant your flag, I'm not gonna let you. As long as we're not swinging the flag on people and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
then this is great. It's great for business. It's great for everything. It's great for now next year. Look, the view's gonna be up. We got
Oh
to see what's
yes.
gonna happen next year. Oh, they planted their flag. Oh, when Ohio State go to the big house.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen then? So this is best. This is best for everything, bro. I loved it that it happened at the Michigan Ohio State game. It happened in NC State, Carolina.
Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
happening, bro. It's happening everywhere, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
South
This is
Carolina,
what makes
Clemson.
Love
Yeah.
it. This is why college sports are so much better than the pros for certain games, right? You have certain rivalries in the NFL, certain rivalries in professional sports that are great, and they play with that similar passion. But once you involve money and stuff like that, it gets a little diluted. College sports, bro, you still play even with these NIL deals. All these cats is getting paid, but they
Yeah.
still playing for that logo on the side of their helmet,
Mm-hmm.
bro. And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Love it. Love the squabbles, bro. Love them.
Bro, like you said, long as nobody gets hurt, long as it doesn't get too crazy, it's the energy, bro. Like even pregame, like they show like the pregame warm ups because they know the team's gonna
Yeah.
walk across that other person and they gonna turn like that right there, bro. It's exciting to watch, knowing that it doesn't matter what you're ranked, who's on your squad, who's on your side. Anybody can get beat in a rivalry game. And I think that is fun, and it's a tradition that's been going on for so long, and it makes college football so exciting. Because you could go in, like, even before the game, Ohio State's number 2, and I was still like, Michigan still might win just because of this rivalry, because you just never know. And I think that right there,
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. All right. So we got a little bit of time left. Let's get into the R&B back, man. So like I said before, we're going to get into some music. It gets cold outside, and, of course, we're going to still listen to GNX album, and we still going to listen to, the turn up music every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But when it get cold outside and, you put up the Christmas tree and you got the fire going, sometimes you just want the R&B back, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need some R&B vibes. You feel me? You need some Quiet Storm. And so what I want to do for these next few minutes, and we got almost 80 people in here watching right now, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, come pull up on us. I need y'all, all 80 of you all right now, to follow along in this chat and rock with us on this next piece. So usually we do the starting lineup, we do a top 5 or something, but this one is just like your R&B vibe. And so what I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 scenarios. These particular scenarios, I want you all to either pick an artist, either pick a song, or an album that basically fits that particular scenario for you. And it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what generation. It could be, 90s, which 90s has some of the best R&B music. It could be early 2000s. It could be whatever. You decide what you want to do. All right. So the first one for everyone is going to be In My Feels. So when I say In My Feels, I want to keep this kind of generic because your feelings could be wherever. It could be angry. It could be sad. It could be glad. It could be whatever. You could just be in your feels. When you in your feels, what song, what artist, what album are you listening to? Let's start with Shad.
In my field. So I went, obviously when you talk about in my fields, I went to my wife. Like I went to the connections with the wifey. So we got our song, our first dance. Shout salute to my wife. She let me pick it. And it's Lady of My Life, Michael Jackson. Yo, so that is my jam. I'm a huge MJ fan. And every time I hear that joint, I'll tear up. You know what I mean? Because that is my jam. I love Michael Jackson, and it's dope. And also, I brought up an album too. Another album that I go to. You know what I mean? When Forever My Lady, Jodeci, fan. Come on, bro.
So let me tell you, bro.
Come and talk to me, bro. What are we talking about,
bro?
What
let
are
me
we
tell
talking
you.
about?
First off, I got a really cool idea. If your wife ever want to do a podcast or do an episode, to do a couples episode would be fire. But that's a whole nother conversation we can talk about later. So
My wife might fry me up though. She might
fry
me up.
She might tell the truth.
She will.
This might need to happen. That's a whole nother conversation.
It might be prime time TV.
It might be because I'm gonna get fried up too. I'm gonna get fried up too. So
Yeah.
I
Facts.
didn't know, but we got to figure it out. Either way, when I went to the Usher concert, Jodeci was pulled up. He was there for that one. Not Jodeci,
Yeah.
but KC and
KC,
Jodeci.
yeah.
KC was there.
For the record, I was pissed because he wasn't there the first night. So I
Yeah,
was pissed about that. But
we had
yeah,
Anthony Hamilton and KC, so
bro, I
that was
pissed.
lit. It was lit, bro. It was lit. So he did all those songs, and so it was just a vibe. So I agree with you on that album, on his songs and everything. For me, when I'm in my feels, bro, and then it could be whatever. When I'm in my feels, I tend to stick towards female R&B singers than male R&B singers when I'm like in
Like
my
the
feels.
female voice, the soft voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
A
So
little vulnerability.
yeah, you feel me? A little something,
I feel
something.
that.
You know, you see where I'm going. So I like two artists. I couldn't pick one. So Cleo Soul and Snow Allegra for me are the
Snow Allegra's fire.
two that I'm like I can just vibe with. Just like a nice, soft, soothing voice. Whether I'm like mad, sad, whatever. It's just like a nice, soothing voice. Another one who is a sleeper, and I can't think of her name. I gotta look it up real quick. She's Drake's artist. She reminds me of like a new age Sade. If anybody can remember her name, for some reason it's she's escaping my mind. I know my sister Cece's in here, so I know she's gonna help me out, but I can't think of her name. But she's like a new age Sade, nice, calm voice. Whenever I'm in my feels of like just want to be chill, I play her. So yeah, those are my three. I like the female R&B artists in there. All right, so the next one is your no skip album. So the album you listen to from top to bottom, from intro to outro, you do not skip. That is your album that you listen to. What you got?
Is there another album you can choose? Like, it's gotta be Confessions, bro.
Ooh!
Like, come on, bro. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah, yeah.
Confessions. Like,
I
man,
got-
listen.
yeah.
I'm a moments guy, right? And I talk about this all the time on the show. It always goes back to moments. I'm a little bit older, right? So a lot of my stuff is gonna be older songs and older albums, older folks. But that Usher album, bro, I will never forget where I was when that album dropped. It had the little movie soundtrack to come along with it.
Yeah.
I created a whole step show around that joint, bro. Listen, that album is a classic. Okay, it is a classic. I'm rolling with Confessions, top to bottom, no skips for sure.
Absolutely. That's definitely one. I got three, but that's definitely one for me. Album, no skips, is straight fire. So you were Stepmaster. I was a Stepmaster. Were you did first I gotta ask, did Dave step?
No, the one probate step he did, that was it.
Okay, that was it. Okay,
That's
what about
it.
Stroll? Did
He can't
he
step.
stroll anything?
Dave
No.
no. Does Dave look like he can stroll, bro?
Dave looked like he got
No.
two left feet.
He does. He
Okay.
does. I showed
okay.
the probate video. I got it. It's on YouTube.
I would love. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I gotta. We can exchange probate videos,
Yeah,
man.
we'll.
So I
Let's do
definitely
it.
got to see it. I definitely got to see it. All right, so no skip album for everyone else. For me, I didn't see anybody put. Oh, I see some in here. So let's see. So Acast said his no skip album is 1X by 3 Days Grace. It's a hard rock band from I know 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
Absolute masterpiece, made me an instant rock fan. I love that. Deontay, that's different. I like Hamilton. I listened to I know the whole Hamilton soundtrack.
Yeah.
Me and my oldest, we can go line for line, bar for bar. A Brief Nirvana by Kamari that's a really good song. Kamari is a very good underrated artist. Now Naomi Sharon is the one I was talking about, who is the new age Sade.
Yeah.
For me, no skip album. No, one was Confessions for me, for sure. Another one that is a sleeper is The Evolution by Robin Thicke. The Robin Thicke album.
Okay.
I think that's the first ones.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why that one has a hold on me. And I think you bring up a really good point, and it's one of the reasons why I love music, because it creates those moments and it takes you back to that moment when you first heard it, or what you were doing, who was around, all those different things. Evolution by Robin Thicke, which is a really cool, chill vibe for me when I first heard it, and so I rock with that. And then Anderson .Paak, his first album or his second album, Malibu, is another one that is a no skip album for me. So those are definitely mine for sure. Somebody said, AK said, hold up, why we cooking Dave when he ain't here? No, we ain't cooking him. I think these are
I
we say
cook Dave all the time, bro.
I'm saying things that I would say to Dave if he was here. And Dave's been on the show twice. He's the only guest that's been on this show twice. So you know my love for Dave. I'm gonna cook him if he's here. So that's just how it is. And I would expect the same for me. All right, so oldie but goodie. What's your an old school either artist, song, album, but one you go back to?
Bro, oldie but goodie. This is probably over a lot of y'all heads because y'all not old enough. But I gotta go back to What's the 411, Mary J. Blige. Bro, that is a classic album. Reminisce.
You went album,
bro,
yeah.
Album. I went album here.
Mary J is cold,
album.
bro.
Classic. Also, just another oldie but goodie. I'm going back to gotta go back to some Drew Hill, 5 Steps in my band back in those days. Yeah, classics, bro. Classics. A good times with those. What's the 411 album is a banger, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go back and look at that one if you haven't heard in a while.
I love it. For me, in terms of old school, I got two. One, because I don't know, she wasn't the best singer, but she was just a vibe, and that's Aaliyah. I rock with Aaliyah.
Bro, what?
I rock with Aaliyah, hands down. You know what I'm saying? So Aaliyah songs, like I'm talking about like 4-page letter. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, come on, back and forth. And then you can get to the earlier things the later things of like Rock the Boat. Yeah, Aaliyah was just, yeah. So Aaliyah for me. And one for me that is like people don't really give them the credit that they deserve sometimes, but SWV.
Oh, yeah.
SWV got some stuff. They could sing. In Vogue too. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see, for me, like, I don't know, I like female R&B a little bit more than male. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Like the New Age, Lucky Day, Chris Brown, Miguel. I still listen to all that, but for some reason, like the female R&B hits for me. Like Leia, who's a newer artist, Nisha, who's a newer artist. Like those people right there. Like, bro, if you need some playlists, y'all just hit me up, bro. Miss Education of Lauryn Hill. How could I forget? The Miss Education? That right there is a no skip album.
It is. That was like on my. I was gonna mention it for sure.
That is a no skip album. Miss Education. Journals by Justin Bieber. Can we talk about this real quick? Have you listened to I Am a Believer? I Am a Believer, bro.
I'm cool on JB, bro.
No,
I'm cool.
This album right here. Yeah, Journals by Justin Bieber go crazy. All right, so we about to run out of time. I think it's the last one, right? Let me see. Nope, two more real quick.
2 more, yeah.
Yeah. So your cleaning up album. You know how it is. How your mom used to play when if you grew up in a household like mine. Yeah, the album come on and you know it's time to clean up. What's that cleaning up album for you?
You know what, bro? I don't really have a cleanup album. I had a tough time with this one because I don't have an album. Especially nowadays, it's more like a playlist type situation. So I'll pull up on my Sonos. I'll pull up I'm telling you, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. So I'll pull up the best of Michael Jackson or the Apple playlist for Michael Jackson, and that always puts me in. I mean, you go back to Off the Wall is classic, bro. So if I had to mention an album, a cleanup album, which that's A Lady in My Life came off of that, but that's I'm going Off the Wall if I had to pull a cleanup album.
I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that. So I love Michael Jackson, but one person I grew up with is Prince. So all Prince music is whoa.
No hate. I like Prince. No, I like Prince. It's just the MJ Prince thing. You know what I mean? You gotta pick a side.
I think they're. I don't know. I don't think that's a pick a side situation. I think they're in two different lanes, bro. They're in two different lanes to me. To me personally,
they get
like
compared often though.
It's kind of like culture. It's like the commercial versus culture type of thing. Like, for me, Prince was a true artist. Could play every instrument. He wrote most of his music, like all those different things. Like it's different for me, but I love Prince. All right, last one, and I need everybody to put in here too. What is your concert time, either album, artist, or song, the one that when you are alone in the car or in the shower and you are singing your little heart out, what is that for you? What you
Hey,
got,
nah.
Shad?
So I got a couple. So my new school joint. I gotta give CB his props. Yo, residuals is my jam. Anytime residuals come on in the car, I'm singing that joint. Hey, crank it up. I'm singing. Okay. So salute
He
to
said, "You better not give
CB.
him my
Yo,
nickname.
fact, bro. Begging and pleading. So
Tell me
salute to
who."
CB. Yeah, facts. But artists going back in the day, bro. I'm from the era where you had to catch the songs on the radio. You had to record them joints on the radio. You had to hit the record and the play button. That's me. So listen, I'm gonna give y'all this artist, and if you know, you know, very underrated. Avant. Okay. Avant,
Mm.
anything Avant, yo, separated, my first love, bro. I'm singing bro. I will sing the hell out of them joints right now. Okay, if the songs came
Yeah.
on, I'm singing. So Avant, salute to Avant. That's my guy, bro. Very underrated. And does not get the credit. He was in that era where everybody was eating. You know, you had Genuine and all them guys, and
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
under. He just got
He was good.
overshadowed. But Avant is a very good artist. So anything Avant, I'm singing, bro.
I respect it, bro. Avant is definitely somebody. I think he reminds me of like the Dave Hollister, Carl Thomas, like a lot of
Yep.
people who were kind of
Mm-hmm.
underrated, but like
Yep.
who had some really 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 good songs. So I agree with you on that. CB got some hits, bro. Residuals is
You
definitely
got some
one
bang.
of them. He got some bangers, bro. He got some
Yeah.
bangers. I know that he is very he's an acquired taste these days because of his situations. But in terms of music, I have to give it to him. For me, I got a lot of them. I got a lot of songs that I could probably go through and just kind of sing my little heart out. I think one for me, I love SZA. I like SZA. So like Shirt, Snooze, Autumn Jams. Like I'm in a car.
Like my daughter, man.
I'm definitely. See, shout out to your daughter knows music. She knows ball, bro. She know ball.
Yo, it was crazy. You know what's crazy is she wants a record player for Chris. That's my old soul, bro. She wants a record player, so I'm gonna
It's
get a
like my
record player. I'm gonna
sister.
get a sister, get a control and on our records.
Oh,
Dope.
that'd be dope, man. This your oldest?
Yeah. Youngest, 11.
Wow, the youngest
Yeah,
is the old
she loves
soul.
old. She loves SZA. She loves like the old vibe. She thinks she know everything. I don't know. She definitely somebody reincarnated, bro. Cause she old soul, bro, for
Yo,
sure.
my sister has a whole bunch of different vinyls. She got the record player, so it's the vibe. So if you need, I'll see where she gets hers from, and I'll let you know if you need to hook up for some other ones she's interested in. But I mean, I got so many, but I just picked those two for right now for the sake of time. But yeah, SZA's definitely a sing in a car type of vibe. Bro, this was fun. I had
Yeah.
a good time. Thank everybody for pulling up. Like I said, we got around 80 people in here, so I appreciate y'all pulling up on us tonight. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Next week, I gotta hit you up on this shot. But next Thursday is me and my wife's anniversary, so I won't be doing the pod Thursday. So I either have to do it either Wednesday or Friday. So just let me know which one works best for you. We'll let you
I
all
should
know.
be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be good.
So either Wednesday or Friday, we'll do a pod, and we'll let you all know what the content is, so y'all can continue to support, continue to pull up and enjoy this engaging podcast. Shad, I appreciate you. I know Vashai was working; she tried to come on, but I know some things came up. But all three of us will be here next week. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all for pulling up on us. We out of here. Peace.